What's going on, guys? My name is Justin Phillips, also known as Basic Instinct, and today I'm going to show you guys how I made the beat for Symphonia.
Okay, now everybody please take a seat, feel the double bass. Welcome back to my symphony, diving in Swan Lake. Call that Tchaikovsky, Nutcracker, Mouse King. You all whack but not me, 你全都是傻逼.
So the first thing I do when I start making a beat is figure out a nice chord progression, most of the time. For this one, I ended up putting it to a piano at first. So this is what the original beat sounded like, or the original melody of the beat. So I really like the way that sounds, but I wanted to put it something less dark. I wanted to open up a little bit, so I switched it to strings, and this is what those sound like. So it's still pretty dark, but it doesn't sound as haunting. But I ended up going back to the haunting feeling when I added in this piano. So this one just alternating octaves. It adds tension, just like the way little texture it gives. So that's what this sounds like. So something kind of cool happening is that the strings add a nice harmonic element to it, and the piano adds a nice little rhythmic element to it. So the next thing I wanted to do was add some kind of melodic element. So for that I added the harp. What ended up happening is the harp gave a little bit of everything. Has a nice little harmony, like chords and stuff. Still has a little like melody, that rhythmic element to it, and it also has a little bit of melody. So this is what the harp sounds like. Yeah, pretty dope. So those three main textures are kind of like the backbone of the beat. I kind of interchange them. So in the opening section, the strings and the piano will play together. Towards I think it's the verse, I actually have the harp come in with the piano. So the number one thing that people keep asking me about this beat is how I made that vocal sample. So believe it or not, it is not a sample. It is completely MIDI. The plugin I use is called Voices of Rapture. You can get it in contact. This is personally my favorite vocal plugin because the samples themselves in the plugin are actual singers. So it's not like if you go to Omnisphere, you'll have that like synthetic kind of vocal sound. These are actual people who are in the studio that recorded these. So this is what it sounds like with the MIDI plugged in. Moving on to the drums, this is a drill beat. So I have my counter snare / hi-hat, my regular snare, my kick, and then the 808 slides. So start from the top. My hi-hats, I have that classic drill bounce to it. Compared to the other beats that I make, this hi-hat pattern was very simple, but I knew I wanted to have rappers on it, so I left room for them to do their thing. Adding the snare to that now. Cool. what most people don't know is that typically with drill, you want to have a snare on beat 2 and the and of 4, not beat 4. So what I mean by that is on this snare, typically in your normal trap beat, you'll have the snares on 2 and 4. So this is what it sounds like that. But in drill, what we do is we actually move the second set of snares back half a beat. So this is what it sounds like. Just adds a little bit of bounce to it. So moving on, I'll do the kick and the 808 at the same time. So what I like to do with my drill beats is I like to make the 808 pattern first and then have the kick complement it. So this is what the 808 pattern sounds like by itself. So as it sounds pretty dope, but just add a little bit more punch to it. I add a kick. Yeah, no, solid. So now that we have all of the drum elements and the just melodic elements, I then like to add little perks and some effects to fill things out. So here we have just 2 perks. They kind of sound better with the hi-hats. Yeah, so we have those. And then just some random effects. I have some open hat reverse, which is some that I actually made specifically for this beat. It's just an open hat, but it's a little bit of a reverse, so it has a little rising effect to it. It's pretty cool. It leads into stuff. Perfect transition is it's a riser. It's a full riser, leading into a smack, which is an impact. So what they sound like together. Nice little crashing effect. Hits is just another final effect that I had. Adds intensity. Pretty dope. So yeah, that's the full beat. If you like my beats, follow my hip hop account. Big thanks to Ichin and G Lee for rapping on it. It sounds so dope. Ichin just actually had a live performance of it, which sounded so dope. I wish I could have been there. But yeah, until next time.
Okay, now everybody please take a seat. Feel the double bass. Welcome back to my symphony. Diving in Swan Lake. Call that Tchaikovsky. Nutcracker mouse geek. You all whack but not me. 你全都是傻逼. Everybody please take a seat. Feel the double bass. Welcome back to my symphony. Diving in Swan Lake. Call that Tchaikovsky. Nutcracker mouse geek. You all whack but not me. 你全都是傻逼.